Okay, so Dororo review number 6. The story of the Moriko song part 2. Okay, so this episode was it was interesting. It was wow. Okay, this episode was yeah. Anyways, we start with Mio returning from her job, and we see that she's all bruised up and everything. Dororo notices this too, and he's clearly very I don't want to say traumatized, but he's very uncomfortable with it for obvious reasons. She helps nurse Hayakimaru, who, in case if you forgot, lost his freaking leg. We learn that it is the dream of the children in Mio to have their own rice paddy. And I don't think it was stated, but I'm pretty sure it was heavily implied that Mio might have even had a rice paddy in the past. Like her past life before, being a prostitute and everything. Before the war and everything. She might have been a farmer, the daughter of a farmer, and they owned like a rice paddy. I think at least that's what I got from it. However, we also learn that rain has not been falling and it's all been dried up. Okay, so going to Daigo and his son, Tahamaru, and wife. We still don't know her name. Okay, I don't know the wife's name anyways. I kind of feel bad for Tahamaru. I am, because his mother, it's established that his mother does in fact love him and does care for him and everything. But Tahamaru feels like he's neglected in a way because he seems to focus a lot on the Buddha statue, the same one that took some of the demon lightning strike or whatever you want to call it, that came when it took Hayakimaru's body and everything. So she's still sad over losing her firstborn son and everything, and she's kind of letting that rule over her feelings for Tahamaru, or at least that's how Tahamaru feels, because he definitely notices that his mother, there's something that he cares about more, or seemingly cares about more, and this is really getting to him, and it's definitely going to lead into him hating Hayakimaru if they were to ever meet and discover that he is his brother. If Tahamaru turns out to be like some sort of evil tyrant and stuff, she's definitely not innocent in this. I don't think she should let her sadness of the loss of her first son overrule the love that she has for her second son, which she clearly seems to be doing. So I kind of feel sorry for Tahamaru here. Anyways, back to Hayakimaru and Mio, who has a little moment, cute little moment, talking about how Hayakimaru now has a voice and how using it actually hurts his ears. It's like too loud for him. His own voice is too loud for him. And we learned that the reason why Mio sings her song is because he does it instead of crying. Because we also learn that Mio's song calms down Hayakimaru a lot, which is also heavily implied in the last episode. But we see that not only does it calm him down, but when Hayakimaru got all of his when Hayakimaru got his limbs and everything taken away by the demons, he had some residue or some lingering demonic embers within him. So his spirit is white. Well, it's kind of like a white and black. Like, it clearly looks different than what, like, other people with white spirits look like. Like Mio, who's right next to him, is here, right next to him. But there's also red kind of scattered in the white. And her song seems to make the red go away. Though it's not like a permanent thing. It's kind of like just symbolizing that he's in a very calm state around Mio and around her singing. The priest is the one who comments on this. Like, he also once again comments that Hayakimaru is like a beast in a cave, and he tells Dororo, or he warns Dororo about the beast in the cave potentially coming out to be a monster. When Mio goes to her job later on, we find out that she is aware of the fact that Dororo knows about what her job is. And she talks like she's okay with it, like she's okay with what her job is and what she has to do because it's what she has to do to survive. It's what she has to do to accomplish her dream of owning the rice field. And if she has to lower herself to this, it's fine for what she would achieve in the long run. Of course, of course, it's not something she wants to do. It's something that she has to do, and more than likely, she's putting on a brave face for Dororo. Dororo then tells us, and more specifically Mio, about something about his past, about his mother. Dororo and his mother used to travel together, and no matter how hungry they were, Dororo's mother would never go to the point of using her body to get money. However, it is how she died. So Dororo's mother was, in other words, raped and killed. So that's pretty messed up. Dororo might possibly be a girl. I made a past video, a theory video, where I kind of speculated that could be a possibility, and a lot of people gave me what can potentially be the answer. I'm not going to say if it is or isn't, because I'm not looking into the manga or into any sort of like wiki or anything like that, because I don't want to know the answer until it's actually stated in the anime. But if Dororo really is a girl, this could explain why Dororo acts as a boy instead. So at Mio's job, we find out that she is with Daigo's army. Like, she doesn't meet Daigo or anything, but that's where she is. She's like she's at the camp where Daigo's army is at. And like she said in the last episode, she's working both sides. So after this, we go back to the domestics with Hayakimaru, who now has a new leg that he carved for himself, and he's like playing around with the children, and the children shows him like a stash of swords that they have and everything. Just all, domestic and cute and everything. So Mio goes off to her job. We pretty much later find out that that at this time she doesn't go to the Daigo army. She doesn't go to Daigo's army. She goes to the Sakai army this time. It doesn't really show us where she goes, but later on we'll find out that is where she goes here. Meanwhile, Hayakimaru decides that to go face the demon again. Now, the demon he faces is the exact same one, that beetle spider thing. So at first I thought that I might have been wrong my last time, and I didn't get the voice back from this demon, but he did get his voice back from this demon. We'll find out. It's this demon took Hayakimaru's leg. He did defeat the demon, but since the demon took his leg, the demon still gotta live, like, with Hayakimaru's leg. But he was still defeated, so Hayakimaru got his voice back. So it's kind of like they swapped. I mean, Hayakimaru didn't want to, obviously, but that's basically what it was. Hayakimaru does end up defeating it. The fight is pretty cool. The best part of the fight, of course, was when he pulled the sword out of his leg, which was awesome. I mean, it's like the first episode again. Swords for days. Love it. Hayakimaru has swords for days. He's gonna pull out a sword from his other limb too. Oh no, he doesn't really do that, but it's still cool. I love that. I seriously do love, like, whenever they pull fucking swords out of this ridiculous shit. So yeah, he does defeat the demon, and he gets his leg back because of it. So he doesn't have to have a wooden leg. I was thinking in the beginning of this that he would always permanently be missing that leg. That he defeated that demon and that he got his voice back, but he'd just always be missing the leg and everything like that. I didn't even think about the leg just continuing the demon's life on, like a swap or anything like that. That didn't even occur to me, honestly. I was kind of thinking that Hayakimaru would permanently lose that leg, and that this would lead into Jukai being reintroduced into Hayakimaru's life. Like, he would go search for him or something like that. But I guess that's not the case. But I figured I'd point it out. It also started raining during Hayakimaru's fight, but it didn't last long, and it stopped soon after. Okay, so while Hayakimaru is doing all this, Dororo also goes to search for Hayakimaru, so they're both away from the temple and together and everything. But while they are away, a group from Daigo's army followed Mio back home because they saw Mio going into the Sekai army. Believing her to be a spy, goes to dispose of her, as they put it. And they kill not only her, but all the children that is with her as well. And it's very dark, very gruesome. I mean, can't even think of words, like intelligible words to describe it. It's just dark and gruesome. It's messed up. It's probably some of the darkest shit that happened so far in this series. I'm sure there's going to be a lot darker stuff, but the murder of children that we are witnessing, it's not like, oh, okay, here's the children, oh, now they're dead. We actually see them getting killed and everything, which is pretty dark. Even Dororo, he gets like thrown down and he almost gets killed, but Hayakimaru comes and saves him. So yeah, there you go there. Mio is revealed to still be alive, but just barely, and her last words before she does die is the singing of her song, and she actually starts crying as she sings. So we can take this to, like, given dialogue from earlier, that this is probably the first time in a long time that she has actually cried, actually shed tears. So Hayakimaru is, of course, very shocked by this and very devastated by this, and he is just, he goes crazy. The monster is out of the cave. I just don't even know how to describe it. The monster is just out. He slaughters everyone, just completely slaughters. There's blood everywhere. It's very, very dark. It's kind of cool, but it's very dark. Like, if you don't know the context behind it, or anything like that, you don't know, like, all children murder and all that shit, and it was just like Hayakimaru going like beast and slaying everyone, it's kind of cool. But just knowing the whole context and everything, it's very dark, very sad, actually. It's, like, very sad to watch. What makes it, like, it's, like, kind of difficult to watch, too. And what makes it difficult is Hayakimaru's voice, because he screams, but he can't really use his voice. So it comes out as this gargled kind of demonic kind of voice. And it's very creepy. So Dororo eventually does stop Hayakimaru and begs him not to turn into a monster. And he shows Hayakimaru that Mio was able to get rice from the soldiers in order to start planning it, to make her rice patties as she dreamed she would one day. And this calms Hayakimaru down. He becomes what I don't want to say he becomes what he was before, because of course he is changed by this experience and everything, but he is calmed down. And we finally get Hayakimaru's first words, which is Mio. That's all he says. He just says her name. He doesn't say anything else. So we might get more of Hayakimaru talking in next episode, maybe him learning some words and stuff like that. But we end with Dororo giving Hayakimaru the rice that he keeps, I'm guessing, as a memento to remember Mio by. And they both walk away remembering Mio's song, and we see like a golden rice field surrounding them as they walk a path in between. Very pretty, very sad. This was a dark episode. It was very, very sad, and I also had like some domestic stuff in the very beginning. I really liked this episode. I did, but oh man, it was sad, man. I mean, I teared up. I didn't think I would, honestly, because we only knew Mio for like 1-2 episodes and everything, and I honestly didn't think it would get to me, but it did. It really did. And our ending card is of the spider beetle thing, Araji Goku. So yeah, there you go. There's your ending card. There's my review / I guess recap of this episode. Yeah, so I'll see you when I see you. Bye.